So while I shared in my last video what my gifts allow me to perceive that maybe not everybody else does, that was the unpleasant part. But there's good things too. So I figured I'd share that as well. Many, many years ago, I remember, like in a dream state, I was crying. And I just wanted to be up with the Messiah, be amongst the teachers. And a female consciousness came and said, he's calling you to him. That's what the pain in your hands is. He's calling you to him. And then I saw, in another instance, being in a huge auditorium with the stage, and we were being instructed and all of that from the stage. And I was asked to stand up, and the question was presented, who will take this woman? And there were guys sitting in front of me, and they were all mocking, like, about me, finding a reason to laugh at me, like, who would want her? And seats down a little bit behind me, a black man stood up, and he said something. I don't know what he said, but it immediately shut their mouths. And I was like, whoa. But I didn't feel like chosen like a prize, a virginal bride. But yesterday, or maybe a couple days ago, I knew like an angelic presence was with me, and it asked me a question. But God answered for me. That I was doing what I was doing because of my good qualities. He was glorifying me in the spirit realm. That's a completely different picture. And it's like, that's what a husbandly relationship, a fatherly relationship with the Creator is. That He speaks for us. And we witness this. So, I thought that would be something encouraging for people to know, that we are testified for, we are spoken for, we are defended, we are protected from all those things that we may not see and understand what's happening. For example, the Messiah said, I think it was to Peter, one of his disciples, that Satan came for you and wanted to sift you. So, to test you, give you a hard time, do what he did to Job. And that wasn't allowed to happen. We have that all the time. Our Creator put 70 angels, princes, over us. And He warned us. A bunch of them, they aren't going to kill everybody that He tells them to, and they're going to kill more than He tells them to. So He may say, go put a pestilence on these people, but only let so many of them die. Wake them up. They need me. Maybe this will teach them. Or maybe they're, in human trafficking, doing really vile things. And so He tells them to do something. And that angel in charge just wipes out a whole bunch more than they were told to. That was foreseen. But if we're faithful, we don't have to worry about that. The Watchers, make the report, but the Creator said the only one over my people will be me, myself. You all are governing all these other nations. But he says it about Israel. And we are grafted into Israel if we have that law in our hearts and on our minds. So, he himself is the ruler over our lives. And that's just hitting me now as I speak this. That's how we're set apart. Because we don't suffer everything that comes upon our community. And I thought about it too. I was sitting here. There's a restrainer. There's something. Okay, they've already laid out their 2030 plan. We're already supposed to be getting, microchipped, tattooed, the wristwatch, swallow the pill once a day. All of this. They have it set up. They're trying to force this on us. But Scripture talks about a restrainer. What is this restrainer? What's holding back this darkness from consuming the whole earth like it wants to? The light. We are the light of the world. Our presence is what's holding back the destruction. And they know it. They see it from the satellites. In that book I had mentioned before, they said when one person awakens, their consciousness affects a 2,000-mile radius. I'm sitting here marveling how I just happened to come to the part of the country that isn't, the weather's not normal up here in New England. However, it's not as severe. We are not seeing what's happening even next door in the state of New York. Fires. We don't get that fog. The only things in the sky with the New Jersey drone incident were drones that they told us ahead of time that they're going to be sending out every 15 minutes to break up drug rings. So it's just hitting me. I had been, and I've shared it before in another video, in a place, and all of a sudden I felt fear. I'm like, that's being projected at me. So I just projected outwards. Stop projecting fear at me. I have no reason to fear. Why are you doing this? And they said it's because they want to get rid of me because they couldn't do to the people in that community what they wanted to do to them as long as I was there. And I've had people tell me that I have like a protective fence around me. And this is verified by Scripture. And so that's why I've been struggling with this ascension, the rapture thing for a while now, and it's just hitting me what our light is holding back can't come upon mankind if we're here. And so the book of Enoch says there are two paths for people. One is that darkness is just going to overcome finally, because the rest that are going on are going to take their light with them. Really makes you want to wake all your friends up. Everybody that you've ever loved, everybody that you know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But our war is with the spirits of the air that focus on fighting them, because as long as they win over us, our light can't affect the people around us, because they oppress them to get in their heads. So, there it is. And we are witnesses to all of it, what we see happening. But we can see good things and hear good things coming from the heavens about us to help pull us through. Because these are very hard times. So any encouragement I can share, I will.